Today we can't choose the wrong legendary Pokemon bridge in Pixelmon. Each round will have 3 bridges to choose from, each with a different legendary Pokemon at the end. We'll be asked a Pokemon themed question and our goal is to choose the bridge with the correct Pokemon. If we guess correctly, we get to catch whatever legendary Pokemon we chose. But if we're incorrect, we fall into the lava and can't catch anything on that round. But we need to get the strongest Pokemon possible because at the end we'll take on Giovanni and his full team of legendary Pokemon. And here we are at our first set of bridges. Look at these Pokemon. On the left, the blue bridge, we have a Suicune. Okay, already starting off strong, but in the middle, the yellow bridge is the god Pokemon Arceus, which I would love to use, but we also have Groudon on the red bridge. So this first round is pretty stacked, and it looks like our first quiz question is to guess the Pokemon's cry. But I have the cry pulled up right here. Let's listen to it. Okay, let's listen one more time. So that is a very deep and powerful sounding cry. Do I think that could come from a Suicune? I don't know what Suicune's cry is, but I feel like it's a little more majestic than that. So I'm gonna say it's probably not Suicune. Definitely sounds a little more like it could be Arceus or Groudon. They're both powerful, and Arceus being the god Pokemon, I mean, I could see God making that noise. But truthfully, I think that Pokemon cry came from Groudon. So we're gonna lock in the Groudon bridge, but let's see if we chose correctly in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go! So the blue and yellow bridges vanished, meaning we chose the correct Pokemon cry with Groudon, so we can catch our own powerful Groudon. Let's go. So a great start to round 1, but now we're on to round 2, and we have some very strong Pokemon again. Zygarde, Mewtwo, and Landorus Therian back to back to back. Okay, but of course we have a quiz question, and this time we are guessing the Pokédex entry. And that dex entry is, it usually remains motionless to conserve energy so that it may unleash its full power in battle, which sounds very intimidating. But okay, let's think about this. Pokemon conserves energy to release its full power. Well, Zygarde has an ability called Power Construct, where he goes into his 100% form. I mean, it's called Power Construct. That makes sense to me, but it says it remains motionless, and I see Zygarde doing some motion. Yeah, he's moving. So we'll keep thinking about that, but Landorus Therian, I really don't think that dex entry fits Landorus too much. I mean, it's definitely a powerful Pokemon, but I don't think it conserves its energy at all. But Mewtwo, now that could definitely be a Mewtwo dex entry. And now that I think about it, Mewtwo really doesn't move much at all. So since it's probably the strongest Pokemon here, we are going to lock in Mewtwo. So let's see if we made the right choice in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we got another question right. Mewtwo has been secured. So get in my Master Ball and join the squad. Let's go. Moving on now. Ooh, wait a second. Necrozma Dawn Wings. That's basically a fusion Pokemon. Can't forget Terrakion and Reshiram over here as well. Another great set of 3 Pokemon. This time we are guessing the weight. Weight can be very tricky. And the weight we're trying to guess is 771.6 pounds, which is also 350 kilograms. 771 pounds is ginormous. And honestly, the only 2 that make sense are Reshiram and Necrozma. Because Terrakion size-wise, it's just smaller. However, it is a rock type, so it could be pretty heavy, you know? It could just be dense. But still, 700 seems a little too high for Terrakion. And to be honest, a little low for Necrozma Dawn Wings. I can see this Pokemon being over 1,000 pounds. It's literally the moon. So with that being said, we are gonna lock in Reshiram. I would much rather Necrozma, but I think Reshiram is the right answer. But did we choose correctly? We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. No! And we have unfortunately fallen into the lava, which means we miss out on catching a Pokemon this round. Why'd you have to be 700 pounds, dude? But no worries, because we're on to the next round, and we have some very strong Pokemon. Rayquaza on the right. Hello, sir. So we got Rayquaza, Volcanion in the middle, and on the left is Dialga. Oh, I'm nervous. All right, what's the question this time? We have to guess the defense stat, and the defense stat we need to guess is 90. One of these three Pokemon have 90 defense. We just need to figure out who. Is it you, Volcanion? Well, I'll tell you guys right now, it is probably not Dialga. It's a steel type, meaning they're usually pretty bulky, and I think 90 is just a little too low for a Dialga. So I want to make the big brain assumption that it's not Dialga, but Volcanion. Volcanion does not really strike me as a bulky Pokemon. However, its attack and special attack stats aren't really that high, which leaves more room for its defense stats to be high as well. As for Rayquaza, both of his attack stats are very, very strong, which leaves me to think his defense stat is a little lacking. So with that in mind, I really hope this is correct. We are locking in the green bridge. So please do we choose correctly. 3, 2, 1, no, let's go! We chose correctly and we secure the Rayquaza. Get in my master ball. Oh, he's flying away. Oh, bye, buddy. Bye. On to round number 5, and this time we're guessing the Pokemon's height. And the height we need to guess is 11 feet and 6 inches, or 3.5 meters. And we have some very tall Pokemon here. Okay. On the left is Origin Giratina, who, oh no. If you guys don't know, snake Pokemon are always very tall because they measure them lengthwise. Like, I'm pretty sure Dratini is 5'11". That's the same height as me. So I'm assuming Giratina is very, very tall. But let's move on to Miraidon. But Miraidon is just a big Pokemon in general. I feel like it could be pretty tall. Because to be honest, I think 11 feet is a little too tall for Virizion. I can see this Pokemon being like 6 feet tall max. 11 would be crazy. To put it in perspective, a basketball hoop is 10 feet off the ground. Virizion seems a little too small, and honestly, Giratina seems a little too big. I'm gonna go with my gut and lock in the purple bridge and hope for Miraidon. So let's see if we chose correctly in 3, 2, 1. Yes! Again, we are on a roll, which means we can catch our very own Miraidon. That's a W. And this time around, we are guessing the attack stat. Okay. And we got some strong attackers: Galarian Zapdos, Zekrom, and Hoopa Unbound. And we need to find the Pokemon with a attack stat of 160. Right off the bat, Galarian Zapdos, I know you're a strong attacker, but 160 is a little high. Like, I genuinely love this Pokemon, so it pains me to say I don't think it's strong enough. Zapdos, I'm sorry, but Zekrom, on the other hand, I know Reshiram is more special, so Zekrom's supposed to be the physical attacker. It's definitely got a high attack stat, but Hoopa Unbound, I feel like this Pokemon's a special attacker. I don't think it would have 160 attack. So honestly, I don't think it's Hoopa 2. Oh my god, seeing all his arms come out of his body, that was so creepy. I am actually terrified of this Pokemon. But with all that being said, I think Zekrom actually makes the most sense on this round. So we are gonna lock in the black bridge and hope it's correct. But let's see in 3, 2, 1. No! What? So we miss out on a Pokemon for the... I cannot believe Hoopa Unbound has 160 physical attack. Hey, but you learn something new every day. Let's go to the next round. Oh, let's go. And it looks like, again, we're guessing Pokédex entry. Last time this worked out and we got a Mewtwo. This time around, we have Mega Diancie, Zarude, and White Kyurem, a fusion Pokemon. So we got to get this correct. Here's the Dex entry. It has foreseen a world of truth will arrive for people and Pokemon. It strives to protect that future. So a very noble sounding Pokemon, whatever it may be. Diancie, it's a fairy type. I could see it wanting to protect people. But Zarude, on the other hand, being a dark type, it's probably more mischievous. I don't think he'd be so keen on the world of truth, to be honest. But White Kyurem has me very intrigued, because out of all these three Pokemon, White Kyurem's the only one I could see protecting a future. Like, what's Zarude gonna do? Live in the jungle? And what's Diancie gonna do? Throw a few rocks? Plus, the world of truth that this Pokemon foresees goes with the theme of Pokemon Black and White being truth and ideal. So with that in mind, I am going to pick the Cyan Bridge for White Kyurem. Let's see if we can in 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's go! We secure a fusion Pokemon White Kyurem. What a fantastic Pokemon to add to the team. Giovanni's got to be scared. Oh, baby, we got some bangers on this round. We have Darkrai, Kyogre, and Zeraora on the right. But of course, we need our question, and that is the speed stat. And we need to find a Pokemon with a speed stat of 90. So which of these? Well, probably not Zeraora. Isn't Zeraora like super fast? I mean, it's an electric type. It's got lightning bolts on its body. I mean, I'm assuming it's pretty fast. And 90 is just a little slow, so I'm gonna say it's probably not Zeraora, which of course leaves Darkrai and Kyogre. But I'm starting to get nervous because we still don't have a full team of 6 Pokemon. And don't forget, guys, but we still need to take on Giovanni at the end, so we need a strong team. So we really got to focus up here. All right, 90 speed though, Kyogre. Honestly, in all of my battles with Kyogre, I remember this Pokemon being way faster than I remember. So 90 seems about right, but it could also be even higher, which has me nervous. In Darkrai, I mean, I don't think he's that fast of a Pokemon, so 90 speed actually sounds about right. So call me crazy, but on this round, I think we're gonna pick the Darkrai. Honestly, it just makes a little more sense. I really hope this is correct. But the moment of truth, did we choose the correct bridge? 3, 2, 1, please, 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 please. No, what? I cannot believe that. Dude, that is so brutal. We could have had a Kyogre, dude. Are you kidding me? But unfortunately, we miss out on a Pokemon for this round. Let's move on. And we still don't have 6 Pokemon. I am getting nervous, but this time we are guessing the last learned move, which is very interesting. But this time we have Lugia, Shiny, Mega Latios, or is that Latios or Latios? I can't even tell. And of course, Koraidon himself on the left. I love this Pokemon. And the last learned move we need to guess is Memento. So one of these 3 Pokemon learns Memento as its last level up move. Which one could it be? I think Memento is a dark type move. And if you don't know what it does, the user knocks itself out and lowers the target's attack and special attack. Koraidon's more of a physical, all-out power Pokemon, so I don't think it would learn Memento. But Lugia being a psychic type, that actually fits very well, which means the same thing for Mega Latios because it's also a psychic type. But I'll be honest, guys, I'm pretty sure I know Lugia's last learned move. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it is Aeroblast, meaning that leaves Shiny Mega Latios as our pick, which we're gonna lock in. The moment of truth, 3, 2, 1, show me the Shiny Mega Latios we chose correctly. Once again, it is flying away. Everyone wave to Mega Latios. Bye. So we finally get our full team of 6 Pokemon, but there's a chance to get even stronger Pokemon here. The purple bridge is Eternatus. We have Chi-Yu in the middle. Don't let this Pokemon size fool you. It is very strong. And on the left, we of course have Crowned Zacian. This is insane. And it's only fitting now that our question is guessing the base stat total. And that stat total is going to be 700. So one of these Pokemon, when you combine all of their stats together, has a total of 700, which for reference, a normal legendary has a total of 600. Only 2 Pokemon, I guess, for that are Eternatus and Crowned Zacian. Like I said, Chi-Yu is insanely strong, but it's mostly its ability that makes it that powerful, and not so much its stat total. But Zacian and Eternatus sound great. Ooh, and one thing that's super important too, this is actually Crowned Zacian. So it's his alternate form that's even stronger, and this is just normal Eternatus. There's obviously Eternamax Eternatus, which is insanely strong, but I doubt normal Eternatus goes too much over 600 base stats. So with all that in mind, we're gonna lock in the Zacian bridge as our pick and just hope for the best, but let's see if we chose correctly in 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's go! We get the Zacian Zacian, which is definitely one of the strongest Pokemon we've caught the whole challenge. And it is now time to take on the leader of Team Rocket and his legendary Pokemon. He leads off with a Giratina. I'm just gonna fire off an Earthquake. Ooh, the Precipice Blades does so much. Giratina almost goes down. Dragon Claw does nothing to us. Yeah, get this Giratina out of there with another Earthquake. Beautiful. Ooh, but Black Kyurem comes in. Giovanni is not messing around. Okay, I'm gonna bring out my White Kyurem now. So we have the battle of the two opposite fusions. I'm just firing off a Dragon Pulse. Come on. Wait, no, he hit me first. Wait, but our Dragon Pulse killed? What? Let's go. Get out of my game, Black Kyurem. And Mewtwo is here. Okay, Giovanni. I know your game plan. You're not messing around. All right, Mewtwo takes us down. We can bring in the shiny Mega Latios and just go for a nice and powerful Dragon Pulse. Beautiful. Does over half and we eat up the Psy Strike. Let's just take this Mewtwo out. Come on now. Great job, Mega Latios. Oh, an Eternatus comes out. Oh, God. All right, I'm just going to fire off a Psychic. Hopefully we outspeed. And we just one-shot the Eternatus. Mega Latios going on a tear. Okay, I don't think we can take out an Arceus, though. Psychic does a decent amount. And we avoid Hyper Beam. And we'll just hit him with a nice and powerful Electro Drift. Arceus goes down, and here is Necrozma. That is very scary, but Electro Drift just one-shots it. Miraidon taking us to victory. We beat Giovanni. Don't forget to subscribe.